Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today's update here for JASMY. We are trading at 0.01047. 24-hour volume, we are up 17%, and market cap, we are up 1.06%. Heading over to the chart here, we can see prices coming up really close here, you guys, at a known resistance area, just a little bit of a smudge in this area of supply and demand, roughly around 0.010646. So as price is coming up, we're going to take a look at a few time frames to take a look at the overall majority of what the price may ultimately look like overall. So we can see already we are making a lot of higher low peaks. We're going to take a look more definite vision on a 4-hour time frame, but we're going to take a look at our RSI, our K line at 82 and our D line at 69. As price is coming up, it is really close already at the 80%. However, it's not a strong signal for myself to pull out for a sell opportunity as these two lines have not crossed over. So we can see there is still much of a wiggle room for price to come back up. We can see retracements around 100%, 95% of the D line. So price can ultimately come up. We're going to measure it through our MACD. We can see the current state of the trend or the flow itself is still in a bullish trend. But my thing with this so far today, you guys, I'm not sitting well with it. It's just how small the candlestick body is. It can be observed as a spinning top. We don't want to make the assumption of a spinning top because the day has not finished yet, but I'm just not too confident in terms of the size of the body itself. So heading over to a 4-hour time frame, we can see more of a refined candlestick pattern at the very bottom here. We are making a lot of lower highs, which is the strength of this current uptrend that we're seeing. The RSI right now is sitting at 9 and 38. Again, not a good opportunity here for myself to be buying in before I see these lines cross in. I'm most likely going to be waiting until the lines cross over and the momentum itself is trending more of a higher bull side. The reason why I say that is because if this crosses over on the bearish side, the current of the trend itself is not going to go as strong. So right now, because we are quote unquote, maybe considered to be oversold because of the K line is past 20%, that doesn't really matter so much per se because momentum right now is showing a weakness of the bulls, meaning that we are going to be getting rejected down from this resistance line. Going into immediate short term for 3 hours, we're going to grab some more data in these shorter time frames to ultimately see what's going to reflect on the 4-hour time frame and then reflect on the day time frame. So right now already in the 3-hour time frame, we saw crossover coming up to the resistance line, even though again, considered to be oversold at 735 doesn't really matter depending on how strong the current is. If the current itself was excelling and we saw the histograms moving even bigger in the bullish coming up to the resistance line, then it would be more of a buying opportunity for myself to be confident because price is going to slice right through it. But what we saw was the complete opposite. The histograms itself and momentum was weakened over on the bull side, cross over on the bear side, getting rejected down from here. Immediate short term for 2 hours, again, we're seeing the same thing. We're crossed over more of the bear side. These histograms or these bars may increase in size, meaning if the price is found closer to our trend line at 38% of our fib, we're going to break it. And the next area here is the 61. Not a whole lot of area of support around the 61%, but we are going to draw a different fib on the 4-hour time frame. We can see our the RSI crossed over at this candlestick, considered to be oversold, but because we're in the bear market, didn't give us enough momentum as RSI is rising. The price didn't rise as well to break that 1-hour time frame. Okay, it's a little promising because the MACD is a little lighter in color, so we may actually be in the peak of the bear market in the other 3 time frames. But again, price is most likely going to reject from here if we see price coming back up closer to the 10537. So what this all means, you guys, we grabbed all of the data from all of our 4 time frames. I'm going to quickly delete this fib chart because price has changed from my last video, and I'm more convinced on all of the other time frames that price is going to be retracing downwards. So I'm going to take this here from here, this peak, and then down this peak. We're already at the 61%, and it is pretty alarming because, again, that's near our trend line. So where I feel like price is going to come down to is probably, I don't know why I drew that trend line. It's probably the area of support, roughly around 78%. This could be a breaker for Jasmy because it is past our trend line itself. If in the other time frames that we saw more promising numbers of lighter histograms, it's not in the peak, like, for example, here, it's not in the peak of the 3 hours coming through or in the 2 hours already, then I would be more confident and say that, we are going to hold here. But if we don't hold in this area at the 61%, be prepared to break this and close below the 20%. The 20 MA here. We have been pretty good so far of actually bouncing really nicely. So I'm hoping this does hold ourselves and we see a flip over the MACD and the 3 timeframes that we looked over. Yeah, I have nothing else to say because I want us to hold so badly at the 61, but just don't be surprised if Jasmy falls below the 61% of our fib and then down to 78%. So that's my update here for Jasmy, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.